Mark the Meerkat Suffering here at Free Online, TradingEducation.com, brought to you by Grok Trade. Hey, today's lesson is on a patience trade and how to keep your losses small. Pay close attention to this one. Here, we've got a trade that we had on a PCYC, Pharmacyclists or something like that. And here it was in pre-market, and look how active it was. And then look at that, kaboom, like that. Did get about 2% on this trade right here. And then this is it at opening right there. It pulled back. It was starting to do a bull pullback, and then it stalled right here at doing a high base. So I went ahead and I set an order, and let's see what happened. And boom, it went up here, and I'm now in at $255.32. I'm long on PCYC. Now the entrance on this one isn't the important lesson here. I want you to watch this trade here. And it pulled back, did another bull pullback, looked like it was going to take off, pierced my entry, and then pulled back down. So now I'm setting a stop up here. See how it swung down here and hit that 50 moving average, that blue line there? So I have my stop just below that, and that's at only about 0.5%. Again, this is a $250 stock. And so what happens here? Look at all this big movement over here in pre-market, but what's happening here? Not much at all. In fact, this dotted red line will be moving around. That's the current pricing as I make this recording here at just after 1 o'clock Eastern Time. But look at that. So now it's starting to form a symmetrical triangle. So I started to draw that in. Still have my stop down here at about 0.5%. But look at all this movement in pre-market, but then in the market happens, and I actually get in. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So I keep my stop here at 0.5%. I'm keeping it there because, you know, and I'm not making any money because right here's my entry up here, and my stop is down there. It's just sticking in this really tight range at the 255, just underneath that $250 even dollar amount. And now it's sitting here on the top part of that. That's where I drew it from, and then it came down here and bounced off the 200 period moving average, and then bounced up again. Now I'm going to stretch this out so we can see all that. Didn't quite make it to my stop here. Bounced off of that. So now I'm going to move it up, okay? Moving my stop up here to right where this swing low was, trying to again minimize my loss. And, you know, now it's less than 0.5% now. And then look at this. It ran all the way up here, broke out above that range, above that 255. So I went ahead and I pulled my stop all the way up here. And if it came back down under the 255, I wanted to be out. And so I set it there, and it did, bam, and got me out at $254.95 for a total trade of minus 0.1% in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now that's patience, isn't it? But let's, again, look at what I did here. Because it was just sitting here basing in a really, really tight range for over 2 hours, I just kept my stop at a very reasonable loss. I normally set a 1% stop, but this one was now set at 0.5%. I moved it up when I could, and then when it broke out above this upper range, I went ahead and moved it up again, minimizing my loss to a very little amount. So this is Mark the Meerkat Trader. Hey, just remember that to be a successful super trader, according to Van Tharp, you need to cut your losers short and let your winners run. Trade well.